How's it going, guys? This is Samuel again with another video, and today we're talking about Forex, okay? And I'd like to explain to you a little bit of my progress on one of my accounts that I'm trading. I have a detailed statement or detailed report over the last 3 months. Actually, 2.5 months, almost 3 months now. So I started off in April 9th, so May, June. Yeah, so yeah, kind of 2.5 months, almost 3 months now. And this account has over $95,000, but just keep that in mind. It's not my real account. It's a prop firm. Okay, so it's not actually $95,000 actually. So I don't know how you understand how prop firm works. So basically, you kind of pay for a right to use a other person's, like other parties' capital or other people's capital, stuff like that. In this case, would be the prop firm's capital, and you have the right to use this for the trading account. And that's pretty much it. And I wanted to show you a little bit of how, like, what's the possibilities of trading without stop loss, because I talk about trading without stop loss in Forex. That's my trading style, and that's honestly one of the only ways that I found to actually make money long term, and not like go backwards anymore. Because if you use stop loss all the time, most chances are, like, on the long run, at least most people in even my own personal case, I lost a lot of time and a lot of energy, making money today, and then tomorrow you lose, and then you make money on the next day, and then you lose again, and it's like a constant tug of war of which you never maintain your profits, because you always have the days, the losses days, which eats up your profit. So you keep on this battle, and most of the times you never get anywhere, at least for me. So that's why we developed this strategy of not using stop loss, with other things as well that we use to but actually make profits a little easier and a little in a safer way, even though we're not using stop loss, versus using stop loss and not getting anywhere. At least that's my case. So let me just show it to you guys. So I have all these operations, okay, that I started. As you can see, there are, I don't even know how many trades there are here, but yeah, there's a few here. Let me see the amount. Yeah, so the total trades is 40. So I made over 40 trades in the period of 2.5 months. So 40 divided by 2.5. So it's almost 16 trades a month, which I still think is a lot though. I'm trying to make less trades, like less operations, but stretch more the profit, because the more operations you make when you're operating without a stop loss, the higher the risk that you have, because you're not using stop. So ideally, what I want to do is not to make as many operations, so I'm going to do less, but stretch out the profit, so I don't open more orders. So for example, in the span of a year, instead of having, I don't know, maybe 200 orders, I would have opened, I don't know, maybe 80 orders, maybe 70 orders. So that way I can stretch out the risk, and I can actually put the risk further away for me now by doing less trades. That's one of the strategies that we do when I operate, that I do when I operate without a stop loss. So as you can see, the profit of this account was $500, $558.37. Okay, the account started here with 94 something, and it's up to $457 now, which is really good. So as you can see, it's almost like a linear process. And the only reason why sometimes I lose trades here is because I am doing that on purpose, because I am not closing the orders at break-even point. So again, I gain more margin to open trades again, and I'm gonna explain you why and how I do it on the chart later. But if you do operate without a stop loss, if you do it on the right way, okay, with proportional lot size and everything, and safe margin levels, stuff like that, you're actually allowed to almost have you can almost have a linear line going upwards, like forever. And here is the the statement. So gross profit is $793, gross loss $234. The total net profit was 558. Let me just fix it real quick and let me show it to you. Yeah. So here you can see the profit factor. Let me show you. Yeah, so here you can see the profit factor. Absolute drawdown 8.80. Total trades 40. Short positions 34. Long positions 6 which is 60%. Let me see. So the largest profit trade I had was $107, and the largest loss trade I had was last $45. Consecutive wins was three in a row, and consecutive losses was 3 in a row as well, so it's pretty balanced. And here you can see the percentage of my error. So the winning rate. Most people talk about winning rate. I have a negative winning rate. So it's before 50. It's lower than 50. So it's like 41% of my trades I got right, and 66% of my trades I got wrong. So making it my wrong trades higher than my right trades, and I'm still able to profit off of it. That just comes down to show how much winning rate doesn't necessarily impact you if you're gonna make money or not. I already said that before, that on one of my videos, that you can have a 99% of winning rate and you can still lose money, or you can have, like, I don't know, maybe a 40% of winning rate, 30% of winning rate, and you can still make money with Forex. It really depends on what you're doing, really. So it's pretty cool how it works. Let me just fix the camera again. Yeah, so that's about it. And basically this is one of the strategies that I use. Okay, so I use this indicator here, which is Q-Train's theory, which basically shows to you when the chart's imbalanced, and it goes back to the break-even point. So basically what the chart does on the last 120 candles, say this chart is on H1 on AUD CAD. I basically what Q-Train theory does, it shows you the latest 120 candles based off, let me just show it to you, based off the last 120 candles. And what it does is, like this last candle here. So basically what this indicator does, it shows me what is the amount of red candles versus the amount of green candles, for example, right? And in this case, is in the last 120 candles for now, we have 60 green candles, the latest 120 candles from start to back, from beginning to back. And then we have 57 candles from like 57 red candles from start to back, like this, making it the green candles higher than the red candle. So basically what the chart does all the time, it's almost like a seesaw, in which you, like, the chart sometimes, so the chart is always balanced, and it does like these small imbalances. So it's like it becomes imbalanced or unbalanced, and then it becomes balanced again, and then it becomes imbalanced for one side, and then it becomes balanced again. So like let's say the left side is green and then the right side is red. So at some time during the day, the chart's gonna do this. So it's gonna increase it's gonna increase the amount of red charts that you have during the 120 last candles, and it's gonna do this with the seesaw, and then to compensate it, the green charts, they're gonna increase it to make sure it goes back to the balance again. So it's like creating imbalances and balances again. It's almost like a compensating game, in which every time it's too imbalanced, it goes back to normal. Every time it's imbalanced, it goes back to normal. It's compensating, and it works really well with this strategy in Forex. It doesn't work with all the charts though, because not all the charts have the same foundation and background. So for minor and major currencies, they work really well on Forex. So that's why we use mostly on majors and minors 1 and minors 2. Okay, not all it, like this strategy doesn't work on all charts, but for this chart specifically, it works really well because it always tends to go back to zero. So it's a compensating game, okay, all the time. It does this and it does this, it does this and it does this. And that's where I come into play. So every time the chart's unbalanced for one side, I try to, you know, bet on going upwards or backwards depending on which side is this. So for example, if we have more green than we have red, so let's say we have 70 green and 50 red, I try to sell because I believe that the chart's going to compensate to the other side. That's kind of how it works. Let's see if you can find a chart that's unbalanced right now, and then I'm going to show it to you guys to make it easier to understand, right? So where is it? For example, I found one. We have EuroCAD, EuroCAD. So as you can see, we have 72, like the previous 120 candles has 72 green candles and only 48 red candles, which makes it at this tiny specific point right now and balanced for the green side. And what we need to try to do is try to go downwards to try and compensate it, and that's why we would sell here, and that's what I do with one of my strategies. Okay, and yeah, that's pretty much what I do. So I use X station to see the indicator because this indicator is not available everywhere, and then I operate through MT4 or MT5. In this case, I'm using MT4. Okay, I'm using a cap, which is really good, and I have these operations open, okay, just to show it to you guys the power of this strategy. And that's kind of where I'm at right now with the strategy. And I just wanted to show it to you guys the power of the strategy, which is really good for you if you add it into your trades too. Of course, you need to understand about risk management. You need to understand about portfolio management, because you don't want to put all of your ads in one basket. You don't want to put all of your money into Forex. Please don't do that. You need to have liquidity. You need to have risk appetite. You need to know the difference between a treasury bond or stocks or Forex, and where should you put your money accordingly to your current circumstance. You need to really take care of it. You don't want to be putting your money randomly anywhere, because you end up losing money, and I don't want you losing money. Okay, so I'm not trying to influence you to doing something bad. You need to be smart with your decisions, so please be careful. But I wanted to show how it works. So the first thing is, I think one of the first steps is for you to make money with Forex is proportional lot size. So if you're operating on the proportional lot size, which means the amount of risk that you accept for the amount of return that you get, then you're safe. So pretty much, let's say, what is the minimum order that you can open is 0.01. So how much space in a chart are you allowing to move for you to trade? So for example, you have the chart here, and if you open a trade that's 0.01, right, and say for example, if you say, oh, I want to use $50 for every 0.01, essentially you have like this amount of space in the charts to move before blowing up your account. But if you say, oh no, I want to use $100 per 0.01, then you've doubled your space. I don't know if you really understand what I'm trying to say, but basically what you want to do is you want to give margin of error or margin to your chart to operate. Okay, so basically, for example, if you have a $50 per 0.01, I'm just putting it here. Yeah, it's kind of shitty, guys, I'm sorry. Essentially, you have this margin here. So this is the chart, and this is where you would have the space. So here you have space, and the more space you have, the better it is, because if you go to one of the sides, you could blow up your account, or you would be stuck in hedging, which is the strategy that we do when the chart goes against us too much. So we protect ourselves, then we don't blow up our accounts. But that's pretty much how you do. You need to make sure you leave the chart work in your favor for you to make sure you gain profits on the long run. And that's kind of how it works, So that's one of the strategies that we use, right? And I wanted to show it to you. So that's basically how I was able to make this amount of profit on in 2.5 months. Okay, and I wanted to show it to you guys because I strongly believe that you can do this, that you can do this as well with the right mindset and making sure that you have patience, because you need to have patience. You're not going to be able to make like 30% a month, 40% a month every month consistently without blowing up your account. Like this strategy right here is a strategy that's more for people who's trying to build a net worth with forex. So in this strategy, you're going to be able to do, like, I don't know, maybe 5% a month, 4% a month, maybe 10% a month, but it's not every month. So some of the months you're going to be making that, some months you're going to be making less. Okay, but ultimately on the long run, you're going to be able to do way more than 1%. You're going to be able to do like maybe 2, 3, 4, 5%, like years from now, and you'll be able to really grow your net worth. Okay, and if you do think about the long run versus thinking about the short run, which is what 99% of people do, chances are you're going to be able to make money with forex. So I hope this video is insightful for you. I'm just showcasing to you a little bit of my strategy and how I come up when it comes to forex, how do I trade when it comes to forex. So I hope this strategy was useful. If you wanna know more about forex strategies, I'm gonna make more videos about it. Okay, just please let me know. And yeah, just make sure you trade safely. Don't put your eggs on one basket. Make sure you have liquidity. Make sure you understand about portfolio management. Make sure you understand about treasury bonds. Make sure you understand about stocks. Make sure you understand about so many things before putting all of your money into forex. And even if you do, you're going to be able to accept your own risk, because this is high risk investments, and I don't want you putting like all of your expenses, like all of your money into this world here, because even though it gives you the illusion of easy money, it's definitely not easy money, and it's hard fucking money, because it can trap you into something that could make you lose money, and I don't want you losing money. Okay, I want you to educate yourself to make as much money as you can, so you're not part of the 99% of people that are losing money with forex, right? So yeah, I'm sorry for being annoying, but I'm really trying to be helpful. This channel is not going to be a channel where I'm going to lie to you. This channel is not going to be a channel where I'm going to say, hey, do this and get rich, because there's no such thing as making money fast and easy and without risks. So I'm going to be as clear and as transparent as possible with you, because I want you to prosper, right? Because I don't want you suffering what I suffered like years ago. So yeah, I think I talked too much already, guys. So yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. Subscribe for more, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye. I'll see you.